Hey everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mercury. So today is a continuation of my New York City 101. How to navigate New York. Tips, tricks, helpful things. And today we are doing Midtown Part 3. So we've already done 34th Street, we've done Times Square. Today we're gonna do Bryant Park, which starts over here by the New York Public Library. We're gonna go over by Grand Central Station and up by Rockefeller Center. So join me and I'll show you around. So the New York Public Library, sort of made famous by the Ghostbusters, has just an amazing architecture, but also inside is a free museum that you can go see. They have a rotation of exhibits. It changes all the time, and I've seen some great stuff in here before. So this is a great free thing to do in New York City. On the back side of the New York Public Library, there is Bryant Park. Now, depending on the time of the year, there is a lot going on in Bryant Park. Right now, I'm filming this at the end of October. It's the Winter Village Market. So much to see. They have shopping stalls, they have ice skating, they have all sorts of holiday themed activities. In the summer, the lawn is open, you can picnic. They have a big movie screen set up. They do movies in the park. They have like dance classes and Zumba. They have juggling. They have all sorts of stuff that goes on in that park, and it's absolutely a fantastic place to spend some time. But our first stop, walking away from the library, we're gonna be heading to Grand Central Station. And it's just a couple of blocks away. So we have the light this way. So this is the direction we're gonna go first. So now that we're across the street, so that is the New York Public Library looking down towards Bryant Park at 42nd Street. And we are going this way. So this is 42nd Street, and we are gonna turn and go away from the park and away from the library down 42nd. And you can see in the distance, we have the Chrysler Building. And just before the Chrysler Building, if we look up, that's Summit 1. So if you're looking for one of the observation decks, Summit, that's one of them. Now the Chrysler Building, although it's a famous building, it's not an observation deck. You can't actually go up top. You can for the Empire State Building though. We've gone one block and we're at Madison, and you can already see it. It's right over there. So you know what, we're gonna cross this way and then we'll cross that way. That's what we'll do. Often hear people say they get overwhelmed by the crowds. My tip for that, think of yourself as a fish. And if you're going into a lot of people, pretend like you're a salmon swimming upstream. At least that's what I tell myself, and it's helpful. Okay, right over here is Summit, and right next to Summit, that is Grand Central Station, right here. We did it. There are a few different entrances into Grand Central Terminal. I'm just walking down to get to the central entrance, and it goes right under this overpass where it says Grand Central Terminal and Pershing Square. And if you watched The Avengers, you might recognize this because there was a scene where they were like dining outside, and then the aliens came and attacked. Well, that Pershing Square Central Cafe, that's where it was. So right when we walk in, we have this inscription up top: to all those who with head, heart, and hand toiled in the construction of this monument to the public service, this is inscribed. And then let's go inside and check out Grand Central Terminal. So this area right here, they often do a bunch of different displays, interactive art. They've even done holiday markets in here. I have a video from maybe 2 years ago where they had like a deconstructed airplane in here as like an art display, and I think it was like Pan Am. It was pretty cool, but that was over here too. So this is a great space that they use. Nothing is set up right now, but it's something that oftentimes there's events going on here. There are also a number of dining options, and the first one here is the Grand Brasserie. And you can see they have little tables, they have wine bar, and then we walk in to the main concourse, to the trains. For me as a local, this is really interesting because I tend to think of Grand Central as a way of commuting. I tend to think of this as like a way to get to and fro. And I forget that for people who are not from here, it's actually architecturally a landmark for New York City. So it's letting me see this place through a whole new set of eyes. And here is the main concourse. So again, this is a train station, right? There's tickets and vending machines. There's trains that go to Connecticut, that's Metro North, and recently Long Island Railroad started coming through here also. So there's two different areas that the trains go. One goes north, one goes east. But the biggest highlight of the main concourse, let's look up. The ceiling is constellations. The ceiling is absolutely stunning and painted and sculpted with constellations. So you could see all these constellations here. Look at that. Look at all the detail on that ceiling. It's absolutely amazing. And then you can see by these windows all the carvings. And they just don't make buildings like this anymore. It's unfortunate, but the detail and the craftsmanship that went into making this, whew, something else, something else. So we're gonna head back down and we're gonna go over by the food hall and I'm gonna show you some of the other food options at Grand Central. You can see here it says dining concourse. We're gonna follow this to the dining concourse. And in case that little sign wasn't big enough, we have this one with a big spoon. Yep, you're getting a sense of it, right? Huge food hall down here. So this is also great to know. So if you're walking around Midtown and you need a quick bite to eat, you just want something casual and quick, there's a lot of options and a lot of familiar type of things. Like right here, there's a Shake Shack. You know, there's an Italian place over here. You know, and they have tables, they have dining, so it's not like you have to take it on the go. There are places to sit and eat. Then you have Luke's, which is lobster rolls. So if you like lobster, that's an option there. They have some high tops, so if you can't find a seat, they have some extra seating right there. And as we keep going down here, we have some more food options. Ooh, this has like sweets. They have like croissants and bakery items, cookies. They have pliables over here. So that's like great for someone like me, where if you want an acai bowl or some like smoothies, lots and lots of smoothie options here. Look at that. And over here is the Chirpin' Chicken, where you can get some burgers and some sides. Oh, look at that barbecue. That looks like some good barbecue chicken. Turn the corner here, we have some ice cream, milkshakes, sundaes, cones, cups. And they have this is called Donut Plant. Look at all the different donuts they have. Dark chocolate, coffee cheesecake, Brooklyn blackout, creme brulee. Oh, so many. They also have some pastries and some espresso. And they have coffee and Zaro's, which is a bakery. So Grand Central, tons of food options in the food court. Now the Oyster Bar I wanted to point out, one, because it's a pretty famous place to eat, and two, I've actually eaten here and it's actually delicious. So it's definitely a place that I would recommend. So now we're going to walk up this ramp towards Vanderbilt, which is where the shopping concourse is. But look at this architecture. I mean, they just don't make them like they used to, right? There's the New York Transit Museum, and during the holidays they do a train show here also. They're probably getting ready for that right now. You get like your Grand Central merch. Look at a little jack-o'-lantern, some New York City subway stuff. So we've come back outside, topside. So we're out of Grand Central Station, and now we're gonna walk towards Rockefeller Center. So that means I need to walk back over closer to where Bryant Park was, but heading uptown. So I need to get back over 1 Avenue and head uptown. So that's what I'm doing. So that's Grand Central on my right, and we are just turning to the left. And then when we get to the end of this block, we're going to turn to the right again. And the end of this block is Madison. So now that I'm at Madison, we have two options. We could either cross Madison, because we have to keep going to 5th, or we could turn right and start heading uptown. But the light was in our favor this way. So this is how we're going. I'm also gonna keep track of how long it takes us to get there. It's 1:49. Let's see. So I walk at a pretty good pace, so we'll see how long it takes me to walk over there from Grand Central. It's 10 to 2. Let's see what kind of time I can make. Okay, we made it to Fifth Avenue and we're turning this away. Now, every holiday season, I do a walk on Fifth Avenue, either starting at or ending at Rockefeller Center and heading uptown to Bloomingdale's. So it's a walk up Fifth Avenue all the way to Bergdorf Goodman and Central Park, and then I cut over to Bloomingdale's and see all the windows. So we came up Fifth Avenue, and this is 49th and 5th. Right here, this is Saks Fifth Avenue. So in just a few weeks, about a month's time, this will look completely different. It'll have all the lights and the music and everything will be grand. And for a time check, we're at 1:59. So it took about 10 minutes to walk here. And watch as we come just around this bend here, right? Come here, and then right where this building has a little alley, we are here, and we're gonna turn in. So welcome to Rockefeller Center. There's a bunch of shops at the sort of like mouth entering in. There's fountains and like garden. And then as we get to the center, ice skating or roller skating, depending on the time of year. We also have Top of the Rock observation deck. There's a shopping mall and Radio City Music Hall. So there are these like fountains here with this like garden where you could just sort of sit. But look, they have this photo op with all this harvest pumpkin fall foliage going on right now too. How pretty. Okay, let's keep exploring. You also have some high-end shops here. We have Kate Spade, Tiffany & Company, Michael Kors. So there's a lot of designer brands over here. And this building we're looking at, this is Top of the Rock observation deck is at the top there. Look at this. And here we have the world famous ice skating rink. It looks like they're getting the ice all prepped for a skate session. Looks like skating, if it's not open already, it'll be opening soon. And just after Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving's a little late this year, so it'll probably be the very beginning of December. We're gonna have the Christmas tree right over there. So the golden statue right there, just above it, that's where the tree goes. It arrives in New York in November. So if you're here in November, you could definitely see it, but it might not be lit yet. The actual lighting is gonna probably be the first couple of days of December. Now, the lighting ceremony, it's hard. If you want to see it, you got to be here, and you got to be here early. Unless you can win the lottery for tickets like I did one year. What I learned the hard way, if you win the lottery for tickets for the tree lighting, they cover the ice with like a turf, like fake grass kind of thing, but the ice is still underneath it. It's cold, y'all. It's cold. I was wearing my sneakers. My feet were frozen by the end of the night. I'll definitely put a link to that video so you can see what I mean, but that is the only way to do it where you're not in the crush of the crowds and you don't have to wait for hours and hours and hours and hours, but it's limited and it's a lottery. So roll the dice on that one. Oh, there's people on the ice. There's people on the ice. Skating's open for the season. Another thing about this area, because they do a lot of filming, like NBC and the Today Show is right here, on occasion, you could luck out and have a celebrity sighting around here. In all honesty though, it's never happened to me. It's just luck of the timing. One store I definitely do want to point out over here is FAO Schwarz. This is like the quintessential toy store of New York City. It's amazing. It's been around for years and years. It used to be uptown over by Central Park, and then, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, moved over here. It's just a lot of fun. They have a lot of interactive displays and demos, and it's a wonderful place to just enjoy. We'll actually take a peek inside. It's a world of fluff. They have their little FAO Schwarz bears, because this little outfit like this, that's like their trademark. That's what they're known for. We're just gonna do a quick walkthrough, but if you want to see a more full video of FAO Schwarz, I have a few. I'll throw links up also. So they have Marvin's Magic. Oh, like this guy's doing a magic demo. Let's go catch it.
Oh, there it is. Take a bit of magic. Do you want one now, or should I give another one then? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Throw the little ball. I know, pretty great, right? Here, you're gonna help me with this next one, okay? Now, which one do you want? Top one or the bottom one? Top? Okay. Now I want you to hold this one inside of your hand. Squeeze your hand really, really, really good for me, okay? Now give me your hand. Ready? Now ready? Squeeze your hand really, really good around that. Use both your hands. Use both your hands. Squeeze your hand around that one really, really good. You see, I can't get to that no matter what I do. This one, all it's gonna do is go inside of my pocket. And then, ready? 1, 2, 3, open up.
We got a little drone flying around. Looks like a little airplane. Ah! How cool is that? I love all these demos in here. They have a Barbie section. Okay. So again, that was just a quick little walkthrough. I have done complete videos of FAO Schwarz and I will throw links up, but I just wanted to give you a little quick peek in there. Now, as we keep walking up this way, along the side where FAO Schwarz is, we have the Rainbow Room, the Observation Deck, and NBC Studios. So again, always a possibility for a celebrity sighting, but luck of the draw. Luck of the draw. Over here, this is a very, very famous place, but it's often overlooked, and that's Christie's. You're asking yourself, why does Christie's sound so familiar? It's the famous auction house. So whenever you hear of like something like going on auction at Christie's, it's here. It's here. This is a huge auction house. It's famous. They've done everything from celebrity things to antiquities. They do all sorts of stuff. But it's rare, it's hard to find, but sometimes they do have ones that are open to the public. So I remember years ago they had a Star Trek auction at Christie's and it was open to the public, and one of my friends went and attended and it had an amazing time. Like, didn't bid on anything, but just being able to experience that was pretty cool. And then once you get over to 6th Avenue, you have Radio City Music Hall, home to the Radio City Rockettes and the Christmas Spectacular. So that is my overview of sort of the east side of Midtown. We saw Bryant Park, the New York Public Library, Grand Central Station, Rockefeller Center. So I hope you found this helpful and enjoyed it. It's a good way of getting a sense of different attractions that you could sort of clump together. Also, as a starting point, Times Square is only 1 block away from Bryant Park, so it's right in the area as well. So I guess with that, I am done for the day. I'll see you all real soon, and until then, stay inspired. Bye, everyone. Take care.